Hello, wonderful viewers, and welcome to the 5th entry in the Super Smash Bros. DS character series. Today I shall be covering another famous, albeit blue rat, originally coined as the cooler version of Mario, the fastest thing alive, Sonic the Hedgehog. In this game, he'd be the very first newcomer revealed. He'd also be the very first third-party rep in the whole franchise. This version of Sonic is portrayed in the modern style that is a little closer to how he looked in the mid-2000s, with a degree of personal touch thrown into the mix to fit the style that I have going on for the game. Features like his head, gloves, and shoes are made a little bigger to give it more of a familiarized look, and his colors are a little more saturated as well. Making his textures was the hardest part in this whole process, and while I'm quite content with how he is now, I do plan on improving them as time goes on. All in all, he was definitely the most challenging character to make so far, but I had a lot of fun. Let's talk about technicalities. Sonic's base model has the highest poly count among the current cast of characters that I have done so far, sitting at a little under 600 tries, and leaving just a little bit of room for special effects. I admit that I got a little carried away with the detail, but in my defense, never mind, I don't have one. Besides the fact that he's a pretty important character for the game, of course. Some of his facial expressions would be distributed through separate meshes that would need to be switched out. Let's talk about attributes. Sonic is the fastest character in the game. In fact, he can run about 200 fast per hour, which according to the laws of physics, is pretty darn fast. In contrast to his previous, or I guess in this case, future iteration, Sonic would receive the biggest moveset alteration among all pre-existing characters. While his standard and down specials would remain as a homing attack and spin dash respectively, his side special would now be the boost from Sonic Rush. Using this move propels Sonic at an incredible speed, allowing him to phase through enemies. However, during this phase, he does not deal any damage. Technically, this game would have come out a few months before Sonic Rush, but it decided to include it in anyway as a kind of marketing campaign for that game. The second big moveset change would be his up special, which I decided to make into a completely original move called the Blue Twist. While using this move, Sonic dashes his feet in an upwards motion while twisting his body like a vortex, allowing him to propel himself upwards. Springs would still exist as an asset in the game. I'm thinking about either making it a new item, or just having it as a prop in the Sonic base stage. Point is that it wouldn't be completely eradicated. There'd be a number of other changes in his moveset, one of them being his down smash, which would now be the Sonic Eagle from Sonic Battle. I mostly want to emphasize ways to try and break away from the spin dash, while not eradicating it completely. That being said though, his moveset is not final, and is open to change. There's a lot more to cover regarding this, but I'd like to do that for another video, since, you know, there's a lot. Sonic would be advertised as one of the main attractions for the game. He'd be revealed within the first trailer, which would have premiered at E3 2004. This would be the very first crossover between Sega and Nintendo. For this game, I would have also liked him to be voiced by Ryan Drummond. I think that it'd be fun to have him come in one last time as the character. In that way, all 3 Sonic voice actors would have starred in the Smash game. As for his taunt, it'd be the same as the down taunt from Brawl, but instead of saying "you're too slow," he would say,
"Catch me if you can!"
That is all I have to say about Sonic the Hedgehog today. As always, thank you all so much for your continued support. I plan to continue this project for a very long time, and hope to keep delivering good content. In between the next character and now, I plan to release the first stage. But while you wait, I'll be releasing some animated content for the game and doing some live streams as well. In fact, I'm planning to live stream animating Sonic this weekend, so feel free to tune in for that. In the next few weeks, I also plan to cover items and other assets for the game, so look forward to that as well. But with that said, farewell everyone, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.